Hello, everyone. It's William here at Allegory Gallery. Welcome to another week. It's Monday. I hope you're all doing well. At least it's Monday in our part of the world. Um, what a busy, busy day. We've been working on adding some things to the online store. You're going to see some of those popping up. You may have already, but I'm going to hold out on showing those today because I wanted to show some of Andrew's latest artwork. You may have seen some of these if you follow his Instagram account, but I wanted to show you kind of in video. As we know, video is always a lot better when we're able to. Hello, it's Lundi Gras. Is it? It's Mardi Gras tomorrow. Boy, I didn't even know that. See, I always forget these things. So hello, Suzanne. Hello, Marianne. Glad you could join us today. And yeah, so we're adding things to the online store in the store. And it's been, as I said, and as I keep saying, it's been pretty slow for walk-in traffic. We don't get a lot of visitors anytime from January till April, and it's a large time span. It's what, a third of the year. And so for a third of the year, Allegory Gallery, the physical location, is pretty much slow, very slow. So we rely on online sales. So we're beefing up the online store, adding a lot of things to the online store recently. We added some vintage plastic. We're going to be adding some pewties. We're in the process of working on those. And if you don't know what that is, those are pewter spacers and little beads that are cadmium and lead free. So we'll be adding those to the online store. And as Andrew said here, most of these have only been shown on our Patreon for Star Cottage Studio. So you've seen them there if you are a member of that and you support us that way. Hello, Lorraine. Let's see. Hello, Barbara. Thank you for tuning in. Andrew said some of these I started as demos on Facebook Live. So some of these paintings you've also seen on his demos, his Tuesday tutorials or demos. Let's see here. Teresa's joining in with us. Oh, good. You got your Labradorite cabs. They are beautiful. Thank you. Well, thank you so much for your support. I'm glad you enjoy them. We are getting everything out. Our shipping helper took a vacation, took some vacation time for pretty much a week. And then we had, she also has some things going on at home. So she's in most of the time, but she's been here and there a little bit. So our shipping has slowed down a little bit, so we apologize for that. But we're trying to do everything in the order we received it, and hopefully everything will go out just fine. We pushed out a bunch of orders yesterday. She was very busy, so we have a lot of orders that went out yesterday, and been working on them every day since. Here, Andrew said, we're thinking of discontinuing our Patreon for Star Cottage Studio. It hasn't taken off the way we would have hoped, but we'll see. We might reconfigure it a little bit. So if you did want to sign up for that, let me see here. I used to have, there it is right there. If you want to sign up and support us, you can do it there. And we will be possibly at least refiguring it a little bit. If not discontinuing it though. So if we get some uptake on it, maybe we'll reconfigure it. But if not, then we'll probably end up discontinuing it. Hello, Susan. Got your rose quartz and labradorite. Just beautiful. I'm glad it came in. I'm glad you enjoy it. And trying to see what's going on. Anything else I have to wrap up? I should have made myself some notes. Andrew said to wait after the 1st of the month. So if you're going to join with us, today's the last day of the month. So wait until tomorrow, the 1st of the month, and or else you'll get charged twice. They'll charge you for February and March. So don't do that. I think that's it. How are y'all doing out there? Everybody doing well? I hope so. Let me know in the comments if you're watching. Say hi. I'd like to hear from people. If you're new to us here, we like to chat with you. So please feel free to say hi. Let us know where you're coming from, what's going on in your day. I did some work for my other job today a little bit. And Worked on some emails. It's been a pretty busy. I call it a busy morning, but it's already 5 in the afternoon. I don't know where the time has gone. So yeah, it's a little bit crazy. Andrew said some content creators purposefully add content near the last of the month to double dip, but I think that's shady. So we don't do that. So if you want to join our Patreon, please wait until tomorrow, and then don't forget. But wait until tomorrow and then join. I think tomorrow's the 1st. I don't think we don't have 29 days in February this year, do we? I don't think so. So yeah, I think that's all that's going on. And so we're going to show you today some art by Andrew. So these are finished pieces now. And then we are going to, maybe, if we have some time, depends at the end. If we have some time, we'll check out some charms again. I showed some charms on Friday, and people seem to like them. So I can show you a few more if you want to. I still have them here. Never moved them here from Star Cottage Studio. So I still have them beside me if we'd like to look at those too. Terry said we had to cancel our cruise next week as Carnival told 1,400 of us we didn't have to wear masks aboard. Oh boy. Oh boy, I would have canceled too, honestly. Sorry to hear that, but I would have definitely canceled too. Susan's been listening to Carnival and Mardi Gras music, everything from Celia Cruz to Brazilian stuff to NOLA stuff, like Trombone Shorty, Dr. John, Professor Longhair. Healing balm for the spirit and the brain, right? Good music. You have to listen to good music to keep yourself sane sometimes, right? I understand that. I do that a lot. I got myself noise canceling headphones so that I can just tune out the world once in a while and listen to some good music. Sometimes you need it, right? That music that you like feel in your soul sometimes, right? Yeah, so so we went to the bookstore for my birthday. I was trying to do an extended birthday since we talked about some of the things that happened on my birthday. So I was trying to do just a nice birthday day, just to go to the bookstore. And we were about 20 feet away from this couple that brought their sick child into the store. None of them were wearing masks. She was coughing so hard you could hear her across the store. Like, we went to the cafe to get a coffee, and they came into the cafe. So they were like 15 to 20 feet away. Thankfully, we're not feeling anything from it. But none of them were wearing masks. She was sneezing and coughing and not covering. Her parents weren't asking her to even cover her mouth, like with her hand even. And they continued to walk all around the store. And then, of course, as we're checking out in line, they're right behind us checking out. Luckily, they kept their distance. But you could visibly see that this poor child was flushed and hot and miserable. So I don't know, I don't understand sometimes people like, don't take your kid out if your kid is visibly sick. Like, she wouldn't even have had to cough to see that she was visibly sick. She had that, that run down, red face look. Andrew said I chugged my coffee so fast and put my mask on. Yeah, Andrew had a cold coffee, so he could just chug it. I had a hot coffee, so I just put my mask on and started walking around. I just don't understand. And then we hear them in the checkout line after that saying, so where do you want to go for dinner? And she's like, I want to go home. And the poor girl, I felt so bad. I mean, she must have been like 6 or 7 at most. And she's complaining about when she wanted to go home. And they're like, oh, well, we'll find a nice place to eat. So I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't. So, yeah, I definitely understand. I don't know why, I don't know why people are so, against wearing masks when you're absolutely sick. Asian cultures have been wearing masks for just the cold and the flu. And it's, there's nothing wrong with just putting it on to help protect everybody else, right? So, yeah, I don't get it. Andrew and I pretty much have decided we're pretty much wearing masks anytime we feel even a little ill, or even we have to go out, or anytime we're going out to a large place, especially in the winter. I didn't get sick for the last few winters being wearing my mask, so I'm going to keep doing that, I think. Susan said, yeah, it's unfair to the customers and staff alike. Yeah, the poor staff. One of the baristas beelined to the back to take her break when they saw that girl coming and her parents. I feel bad for the other barista that was left, and then the woman at the checkout counter. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why people do that? Um, and as a kid, like I said, maybe it was her birthday or something that they're trying to make it a special day. But even as a kid on my birthday, if I was sick, I was sick. That was it. I was not wanting to go anywhere. But anyway, so that was our non-masked episode. Speaking of, as you were talking about the carnival lines. So anyway, we're going to take a look here at some paintings. Oh, Susan says, we haven't had one cold or flu over the past 2 years, and we attribute that to diligent mask wearing. Yeah, I really think so. I really do think so. So yeah, I think it's a good thing. Plus, in the winter, especially when it gets cold around here, masks actually make me feel better. And we get so cold sometimes in the gusty winds that it actually takes your breath away. It literally takes your breath away. And you don't have to worry about that with the mask on, right? All right, so let's see. What are we going to do? Which one should we look at first? I'm going to flip the camera around. We're going to take a look at some artwork by Andrew that he's mostly been doing for the Patreon page for Star Cottage Studio. One of the benefits of one of the levels is to get a digital print. And so every month he's been making a new digital print, and that's where a lot of these come from. He started some of them on his lives on Tuesdays, and some of them you may have seen on his Instagram account, showing some progress of those, but mainly they are for the Patreon. So I'm going to show them to you. I'm going to flip the camera around here, and you're going to see the ceiling for just a moment. I'm going to actually aim this a little bit this way, because these are, in some cases, fairly large. There we go. All right. All right. So I will say, too, that if you've not been to Andrew's Instagram, I don't think I have it here, but Andrew's in the comments. He can post a link to it. I don't have the link written up here, but if you've not checked out Andrew's Instagram, please do that. We did find out that with Andrew being restricted in his live, they're also restricting his posts. They're posting them further down in the timeline, so not as many people are seeing them. And what we didn't realize is, even though he got restricted on Facebook, since Meta owns Facebook and Instagram, his Instagram account has now been kind of pushed down in the timeline. So where he was getting 500 to 1,000 views on some of his reels and things within a few hours, he now had about one view, which was mine, in a number of hours. And so if you don't mind going over there, he posted a link here. Let me pop it up there. You can go to Instagram.com/AndrewTThornton100 and help him out. Like his Instagram account over there and look at some of the reels. Andrew does not post his reels in his regular timeline on Instagram, so they don't filter in with everything else. So you have to go to the second tab over and look at the reels. But lots of good stuff there. So please go over there and check that out. Yeah, as Andrew said, some of his reels got over 3,000 views for just snow, and now he can't get any for his paintings. Or hardly any. I don't know what he's up to in the last one he did. Anyway, let's look at some of these paintings now. This is one that started, I believe, as a tutorial. This is the smallest of them. I don't have my ruler here. I don't know if this is 4x4. There we go. Let's see here. So this is, it's about 5x5. So it's just about 5x5. And I'll try and zoom in by bringing this closer to the camera, right? Zoom in on certain things and just all over so you can get a good look at it. Andrew says, I want to finish the heart series and then I'll go back to regular posting. He said, on this one, I did a gloss UV coating, which is different than what I normally do. So you can see it's a little more glossy than what Andrew's paintings normally are. I kind of like it. I do tend to like glossy better, though, even in our prints and stuff. We always usually print some glossy ones and some matte ones because I like the glossy and Andrew likes the matte. Oops, come on. Here we go. So there is this one. Now, these are going to be available in the online store soon. They're not there yet. If you'd like to purchase any, you can inquire about prices. We haven't worked everything out yet, but if you do like them, please do feel free to send us a message or an email and let us know you'd like to purchase any of these. But they will also be going into the online store, as I said, soon. All right, so that's the first one. Let's do this one next. I don't know if I have this camera up high enough. I need to move this up a little bit higher, I think. There we go, just so you can see everything. Therese is asking if the code is, I'm guessing you're asking about the TGBE code. It is still valid. If you're on our email list, you know that because we just sent out an email and there is an expiration date. It actually gives the actual expiration date in the email. So if you've not joined our email list, do be sure to join it. We show you the newest things there as well. So these are all, of course, signed and dated. They're all from this year. Signed and dated by Andrew. Andrew said, I love pearls and wanted to paint some peacock pearls as big as my eye. So there he did it. You see that beautiful shine on those pearls too, as the light hits them. Andrew said the backgrounds for these are mostly done with the salt technique that he has shown in various tutorials. If you missed any of those, you can check those out in our live tab. All right, there's that one. And let's take a look at this one next. Andrew said on the previous one, he imagined an underwater portrait where the necklace kind of floated in the water. I was just about to say that, and I saw Andrew's. He generally doesn't paint a lot of men. I don't know why, so this is a bit different. Yeah, Andrew mainly paints women, or female creatures of some sort. Very rarely men, so this is definitely different. Andrew says, I feel like satyrs are an expression of the wild. I love the detail in the hair, in the skin tone. So, which has your favorite been so far? Let us know in the comments. I'd like to know what everyone loves the best. And please, as we're showing these, please let us know in the comments what you like about each painting. We'd love to see that. Remember, we like these to be interactive lives, not just us showing you things. So please feel free to comment. Let us know what you think. Let us know what pieces of these you like. Harry said, Andrew, your art reminds me of the Fauvism movement. I love the colors. Andrew said, I had a plan to do a whole series of portraits, but we'll see. Susan says the peacock pearl is my favorite so far. Suzanne likes the pearl lady as well. All right, next up. This is one that Andrew, I think, is very proud of himself even, which is rare. He doesn't normally, I don't know, I don't want to say he doesn't like his work, but, you know, as an artist, he always finds the things missing in his own work. But this is one that he really, really talks about liking a lot. And I think this started out as a tutorial too, as well, if I'm not mistaken. Oops, got a little hair on that one. Love this background. Andrew said, I just picked a random picture out of a seed catalog. Turns out the guy himself was a painter. So see that? Andrew did a painting of a painter. I love the sky detail, that salt technique detail. He was interested in mysticism as well, Andrew says. Susan said that one reminds me of Nicholas Roerich for some reason. I don't know that name. I don't know that name. Andrew says that's because that's who it is. So there you go. See, even I didn't know who it was. I just saw the page that he was painting from. Beautiful skin tone. I love what he did, excuse me, in this background as well. I love how those colors all come together. And this one is about 8 by 8. It's an 8 by 8. Lorraine likes this one a lot. The colors are gorgeous. I think so too. The more you look at it, the more you realize why Andrew likes this one so much, right? Andrew said, I ordered the Sliver Moon because it was in one of his paintings. And the last one we have to show you today is the one some of you mentioned at the beginning, the Ukrainian woman. And our hearts go out to all of the people in Ukraine right now who are dealing with, this awful thing that they're having to deal with. And so Andrew was inspired to show some of this kind of more traditional wear. And this is another one that is 8x8. And it is signed, of course, and dated. And this will be on the website soon, available for sale. But just trying to get in as close as I can without having the camera not focus. Get too close, it doesn't focus right. I think the bright red is a color palette that Andrew doesn't use as much, especially as kind of stark and prominent as it is, but I think it's really beautiful on here. Andrew said sometimes the flowers they use for their headdresses are paper, so it was tricky to get those right. I love the silvery flash down here. Really stands out against the blue and the red. Andrew said the rays from behind through here are depictions of pieces of straw that are supposed to represent rays of sunlight. So all of these art pieces will be available soon in the online store. We're working on them. We're working through some of the other things we're adding to the online store, and we'll be adding these soon after that. Andrew is considering doing a full series of portraits. So we'll see. We'll see if that comes out, or if he's going to move on to some other things. Andrew said in this, the coral is for protection and the coins are prosperity. All right. So there are the paintings we're going to show you today. Now, does anyone want to do charms, or you all got things to do tonight? I know it's Monday. Mondays can be busy. They're busy for us. So if you have things to do, we can end it there, or let me know if you'd like to see some charms, some more charms from what we showed on Friday. You all pick. Let me know in the comments. Marianne says, charm me. Andrew says, I'd like to do something to raise money for Ukrainian efforts, but we have to figure it out. Maybe do some prints. I wish I could donate completely, but it's hard for us right now. Some people here want to do charms. The reason I ask is because if I am here just presenting charms to like 3 people, it may be best to do the charms on another day. So just asking if people are still available, or if you've got things to do today. because I know sometimes you've got stuff to do. Oh, Suzanne, we're sorry to hear that. 2 of your friends have died there. It's not an easy thing right now in the world. It's definitely not. And it's, to me, a senseless thing. Something that definitely didn't have to happen at all. Something that didn't have to happen at all. Now, I had my penny here. I don't have my penny here now. Don't know where it went. So we're going to have to do this penniless. Penniless. But we'll take a look at a few charms here today. Okay, so we're going to take a look at some of these charms. These charms are available already right now in the online store as long as they're not sold out. I did not check to see if these were sold out because I wasn't sure I was going to do this, so I didn't check just before this. But many of these we had a number of, so we should be pretty safe. The first one I'm going to show you, let me get the ruler out since I don't have the penny here. Let's put this on millimeters because it's probably going to be easier. And of course, the lighting is not good really to show this. I don't know why. But anyway, here is the first charm. If you can even see it, it's so small. It's a little arrow. A little arrow in sterling. And that is approximately about 12 to 13 millimeters by about 4 millimeters at its widest. Nice little arrow charm. That's going to be approximately, I think, $5.25 or so in the online store. Suzanne says sterling used to be very reasonable. It's gone up. Oh, well, yes. We bought these at a time when it was reasonable. So our prices here are still reasonable. But it has now gone up quite a bit. So luckily, these are finds that we found in the back room. And they were bought at a time when it was reasonable. Andrew mentioned, someone said I should auction off the painting, and I felt guilty because I want to help, but we're not in the flush time, so any work I make has to go into helping with our household expenses as well. Yeah, so if we do prints off of it, prints would be one thing that are easier. So maybe we'll release some prints. This is the next charm. It's really kind of a pendant. It's kind of like has like the survivor charm that we looked at on Friday, but this is a moon phase pendant. And the moon phase pendant is in sterling. And all the way across, it is about, let's see, 10, 20, 25 millimeters or so. 25 millimeters or so across. So that's in the online store. I think that's around $12, which I think is an excellent deal for a sterling charm that big. Now I know I showed these in the bronze or the brass on Friday, but I don't think I showed them in the sterling. Teresa says, my youngest loves moon images. Yes, we do too. The moon's special, right? The moon is special. So we have this sugar skull in sterling. I showed it, I think, in brass on Friday. Here it is in sterling. And that's at about, what, 17 or so millimeters? And on the back, nothing. Flat on the back. So there's that charm available at allegorygallery.com. Everything I'm showing you, as long as we have not sold out in the last few hours since we set this up, we should still have these in the online store. All right. And next up, we have this wonderful dog cutout charm. We have a cat too, but I don't know if I have it here. But these are in the online store. Maybe it's sold out already, and that's why I don't have it. But there was a dog and a cat cutout in sterling, which I think is really, really nice. I like these a lot. We're going to be adding more charms to the online store coming up, so make sure you get the ones you want, because we have more coming in, but they're not necessarily replacements. So if you see something you like, if you've been watching us a while, we order in small quantities. And we don't always order, a lot of one thing. We would prefer to order a lot of many things in a few of each. So if you see something you like, we probably don't have more than 2 or 3 of them. That's generally what we buy. 3 is usually our magic number. That's not always the case, but definitely know that we don't keep a lot of anything in stock. We are a very small store. Many of you may not know, but we are in a town of about 1,500 people. We have a physical store and an online store. And we try our hardest to get the best variety for you of the best high quality products that we can. So to get a variety, with being such a small store, we can't order a ton of any one thing, So we do our best to bring you a good variety and as many pieces as we can, but we do sell out of things quickly and we can't always replenish. So if you see something you like, be sure to grab it. This is a little hummingbird charm. How cute is that? That's in sterling. I think those are definitely in the online store right now. Hello, Vicky from St. Joseph, Missouri. Thank you for tuning in, Vicky. Good to see you out there on YouTube. We appreciate all those views on YouTube. We've said this over and over again. Especially with Facebook cracking down on sometimes inane things, we're trying to put more of an effort into YouTube, and we're trying to push some of our viewers over to YouTube and transfer some of our things over there. So we do appreciate you watching on YouTube. Unless Facebook forces us into that, we're not going to do everything on YouTube, or only on YouTube, I should say. But we will be putting more of an effort to put more stuff on YouTube. So please go over there, check out our YouTube account, and subscribe to us over there, because more and more is going to be happening on YouTube. Just because we cannot put all our eggs in one basket. We've been asking people for months to please go over and subscribe to YouTube, and there is a reason for that. We're going to start moving a lot of things over there, and we definitely want you to be able to join us over there. Here's a sterling key. Susan says that key is nice, right? Hello, Stacia. Thank you for joining in. Sandra has the hummingbird but needs to use them, right? Yeah, use these things, right? Sometimes it's fun just to hold on and look at them once in a while, right? All right, so there's a key. And as I was saying about YouTube, we may start doing some things only on YouTube. I think some people have been hesitant to go over and like us on YouTube, but we really need that to happen. So we might start doing, as a means to an end, we may start doing some more things just on YouTube and having some special YouTube presentations and things like that. So please do, if you haven't already, go over to youtube.com/allegory gallery and hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to turn on the reminders and the notifications. We don't want you to miss us, but we do have to. You know, this whole thing of Andrew not being able to stream live and with his posts being hidden, we do have to find another means and another way of doing things, and have another kind of resource that's available to us. This one's all, let me try and get some of the fingerprints off of this one. There we go. That's a little better. So there we go. This is a beautiful cutout, star cutout charm, which if you've seen our, you know, Andrew likes to do the star cutouts. We have a wooden pendant with star cutouts, and we just had to have this one in sterling. And I think this one is somewhere around $9 or so, which is a really large sterling charm for $9. And that is approximately, I talk about how large it is, but not showing you. It's approximately, let's see, 10, 20, 25 millimeters or so. Yeah, so as Susan said, Andrew's situation is disconcerting and upsetting. Yeah, it's, you know, it is. And the fact that not only, you know, you're struck against on Facebook, but also because Facebook owns Instagram, now Instagram is penalizing him for something he didn't do on Instagram, right? So, you know, that's what happens when you start to have kind of a monopoly on social media. And it's not quite there yet because we do still have Twitter. But Twitter is really the only major social media other than Instagram. I mean, you have TikTok too, I guess. So TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram are the big ones. And Facebook, or Meta, owns 2 of those 4, right? Owns 2 of those 4. So this is a larger key in sterling. So when half of the social media outlets that you could possibly use for your business are owned by the same person or same company, and it makes it really hard, right? So we don't really consider YouTube necessarily social media because it's not as social, but it is a platform that we can use that can get our message out in case something does happen, like it has here to Andrew. So we're going to be moving stuff, as I said, over to YouTube a lot more, I think. I'm going to be focusing more things on YouTube. And you're going to see that coming up here in the next probably month or two, really starting more heavily there. And, you know, we would go to Twitter, but Twitter just isn't the kind of place necessarily for us, for what we do. And so while we do have a presence on Twitter, it's not necessarily the place to be for us. So we do like Facebook. We do like Instagram. We've started our TikTok. We just haven't taken off with that very much. But it's really, you know, we need more outlets. We need more outlets. Sandra says, that's true. Facebook does not care. Facebook is trying to charge me for the last year for someone hacking into my account. That's awful. That is awful. Yeah, you know, people will hack into your account and try to get you billed for ads and all this kind of stuff. It's really an awful thing. Yeah, I don't know. So we definitely need another outlet. And YouTube is what we've decided, because YouTube, we have the potential to earn income through YouTube if we focus on it enough and we have enough followers. So that extra earned income that no one else really provides you could be good for us. Here's a bronze little leaf charm. Love this bronze little leaf. And I think these are only about $5.25 or so in the online store, somewhere around there. Beautiful little leaf cutout. And this one I really love. I don't think I showed this one on Friday. No, I definitely didn't, because it's still stuck together with the other ones. Come on. Some of these bags don't want to open. This is a sterling owl in his little tree hole nest. Such a cute little charm or pendant. And I'm calling most of these charms, but they could definitely be pendants if you use them on a small chain and you like just, minimalist jewelry is really in right now. I've been seeing it a lot in a lot of ads and a lot of, magazines, very minimalist stuff. So something like this on a nice silver chain and you're done. And you're done, right? This is sterling, beautiful sterling. Little owl. Andrew said you could also pair these with micro-faceted stones. It would be pretty with these. Yeah, if you wanted to add a little bit more, add some, wire wrap, maybe some micro-faceted stones that we have. We have a lot of those, 3mm, 2mm, 4mm in the online store, and wire wrap them into your chain even, right? As part of your chain right here and here, just to add a little bit of color. And remember, everything right now in the online store is still, from the Great Beat Extravaganza, 15% off. We know a lot of people bought a lot of things before the Great Beat Extravaganza started, and you may have, kind of blown your budget. So we wanted to extend our sale in case you wanted to purchase things from us and you didn't have a chance during the Great Beat Extravaganza because you'd already pre-bought. So we extended our sale. I think it actually goes until the 6th of March here. So you have a little bit of time if you'd like to still save 15% off. We did that for a reason. Here's a little bee charm in sterling. So we definitely extended our sale for a reason, because like I said, we know that a lot of the TGBE companies and friends out there put stuff up for sale, like a pre-sale. Before the event. We don't do that. We generally sell for and during the event. So we wanted to extend our sale a little bit longer so that if you had spent your budget earlier, you would have some time to buy some of the things from us, like maybe those Tiara Cast kits that we have out there, or our cactus pendants that we worked on, and even some of these things that we've been showing you ever since then. We've been adding new things to the online store almost every single day. So there's a lot going into the online store, and there's a lot of things that you can now save 15% on, which is, I think, a great deal. We knew we'd be adding things over that TGBE weekend, but we've continued to add things. We want to make sure that you have time. As Andrew said, absolutely we know what it's like to be on a budget. So we wanted to try to accommodate that for everyone else. Suzanne said, I used the code to order today. Good, I'm glad you did. Definitely take advantage of that coupon code TGBE. Let me just put it up here for everybody. There you go. At allegorygallery.com, you can save 15% with discount code TGBE. Teresa says, we are making ankle bracelets, so these charms are perfect. Yes, there are a lot of these in the online store. Like I said, we probably have 60 to 100 of these sterling and bronze and brass charms in the online store right now. I know we've just added probably 60 or so more, 60, 70 more recently. We have more to add yet, and we're working on that over time. But definitely, like I said, these are limited quantity things. We don't have a lot of them. This is a 3 rabbit charm, triple rabbits in sterling. Marianne says, yes, it means I will be buying some things soon. Thank you so much. We know up there in Canada, the shipping can get expensive. So we definitely appreciate you ordering from us. Andrew said it's not a huge discount, but it's a little way for us to say thank you to everyone who decides to show their support with us. Yeah, we can't do huge discounts. Many of you out there know that our discounts are, Not often. They're few and far between, but we try to price everything we can. We try to price everything we can as best as we can all the time. We don't want you to have to wait for a sale to buy something and, you know, get a good deal. So we keep our own margins low so that you always get a good deal, whether you order from a sale or not. So we do appreciate that, but we do also every once in a while, you know, we know that a sale helps everybody, right? I like a sale every once in a while too. So we appreciate that. So every once in a while we do a sale. We can't do it often, but we are holding this sale over a little bit longer, like I said, for the Great Beat Extravaganza this past February. I guess we're still in February this month. Sandra says, I haven't been getting your newsletters and tried to multiple times to sign up. There must be something wrong. Maybe check your spam. Send me an email, Sarah, and I can check to see if you're on the list. Maybe you're plugging in at the wrong space. It should be at the bottom of the website. But sometimes if it goes to spam too many times, or for some reason gets rejected at some point, our system will mark it as undeliverable and it will kick you out. So if you send me, just send me an email to remind me and I'll look into it, Sarah. Sandra's waiting for your bonus on Friday. Nice. Awesome. I like bonuses. Hello, Nancy. Thank you for joining us today. All right, so that's the triple rabbit charm. I think that one's around $20 in the online store. That's a more detailed one. And next up, we have this beautiful key to my heart charm, right? This is in sterling. Sorry, I have to kind of touch these, getting them out of the bag so that they're getting, but they are really, let me see if I can polish this one a little bit better. And by polish, I mean just wipe it off, wipe my fingerprints off a little bit. They are nice, beautiful sterling charms. This is a little key to my heart charm with the key cut out in the heart. Andrew said, today I got an advertisement for 65% off for a bead company. I looked and it was for one item that was 65% off, and the rest of the sale was actually only 5%. Yeah, we don't try to do that to you. You know, I always hate those sales where they say up to 65% or up to 40% off, because you know, generally they're going to have a few things at that, and then the rest of it's going to be hardly a sale. And so we don't do that to you. Our discount code, 15% off every single thing in the online store. And then Andrew said, I've also seen where people jack their prices way up and then they have these sales, and I think it's dubious, right? It is. It is. It's really, you know, it would be difficult for us to raise the prices in the online store all at once, because we have like thousands of items in the online store. But I mean, we could do that. We could raise all our prices and then have a great sale, and then it would look great maybe. But we don't like to do that. We don't like to play that game. We want you to know that you can come to our website at any point and buy something, and you're still going to get a good deal. And when we have a sale, it's just an extra bonus, right? It's just an extra bonus. That's the way I like to shop. Good deals all the time. I've never been one of those coupon people or those sell flyer people. You know, I just don't get it. I like just to know that wherever I'm going to get a good deal all the time, right? I just like to know I'm going to get a good deal whenever I go somewhere. And so I shop with places the most that do that. Here's a beautiful charm. I think I showed one like this, but not quite the same one. This is a mountain range, and it's a dual layer. It's actually a triple layer. So you have this mountain range in front, you have this receded one in the back, and then you have the sun or the moon, I guess the sun maybe going down, sun setting there in bronze. So it's a sterling and bronze charm, now available in the online store. I think it's around $21 only for that. And some of these prices are higher, some are lower. Like I said, these we found on the back shelf, and these were bought at a time, probably bought it multiple times, but mostly when the prices of silver were the lowest that we could get in that, kind of time frame. So these are less expensive than they could be if we bought them today, because right now silver prices are not kind. They're not kind to people right now, right? And I was reading some things with the things that are going on in Ukraine and Russia, and some of the sanctions being put out there. Apparently, Russia has a large deposit of gold, and they're not sure what that's going to do with the world markets depending on how long all of this goes on. So who knows what's going to happen. Look at this little kitty cat. This is a sterling silver cat charm. Little fluffy tail cat there. That's a cute little charm. And the last one I'm going to show you today, we're hitting just about an hour. So the last one we're going to show today is a feather, which I really love. Susan loves the fluffy cat. I do too. It looks like a very cozy, happy, fluffy cat. And we love cats. And the next one up and the last one up, let me get it out of the bag, multiple bags that it's in, is this beautiful little feather charm. Love, love, love this one. Marianne says you stole my cat. Your cat looks like a happy cat. As Andrew said, war doesn't generally benefit anyone except the very rich, right? They're talking about all these oil prices, and gasoline prices may go up because of this. I guess Europe depends very largely on Russian oil for fuel and oil. And so they're saying that we may divert some of the U.S. oil there. I guess the U.S. has enough oil that it produces it to cover itself, but we also buy oil from Canada, I believe, or Mexico, one of the two. And so we sell our oil while we're buying in other oil for ourselves. So they're saying that we may now start selling more oil over to Europe. So that could drive our prices here in the country higher to help cover our friends in Europe who are sanctioning Russia with us. So it's really, who knows what's going to happen. Russia apparently has a lot of gold that they could turn into money, since you may have seen that many countries have sanctioned and turned off Swiss or turned off SWIFT banking to Russia. So they're saying Russia may try to sell their gold, but they'd have to find a buyer who's willing to buy it. So right now, a good chunk of, I guess, of the world's gold is being held there. So it's really crazy what's going on. And we may buy, Marianne says you buy Russian oil. We may. I'm not saying we don't, but I know that a lot of our oil, I believe, comes from Canada. And we sell our oil and then cover ourselves with Canadian-bought oil. And I'm sure it all has to do with trade and, promising certain countries will buy certain things if they buy certain things. I get that. But at the same point, the fact that Russia's not going to be able to trade a lot of, or some of their things, could make it very difficult. Or if they decide not to trade, I guess is what it is. They have not sanctioned off energy, I guess. They've not sanctioned off oil and energy from what I'm understanding. So they are still trading that. But if Russia decides not to anymore, it could start to get crazy. It could start to get crazy. So we don't know what's happening in the world. Prices everywhere could go. But as Andrew said, that stuff benefits the rich, right? That benefits the rich. Surging oil prices does not benefit the common person generally. So it's really a shame. Mostly, I have nothing. Mostly it's a shame and it's a disgrace what's happening to Ukraine. right? We may get some higher prices, but we're not feeling we're not seeing the death, and we're not seeing the destruction that Ukraine is seeing. So, we can handle some of those other things for a while, at least, hopefully. But it's devastating all around the world in the long term. So, yeah, all that to be said, that prices could go up on a lot of stuff, and will probably continue to go up now on a lot of stuff. Let's see here. Ender says you can't eat gold. So again, who's going to suffer? Of course, it's the innocent people of the land, who probably don't want all this to happen anyway, right? Don't want any of this to be happening anyway. There are a lot of people, a lot of Russians who are protesting the government right now, or doing what they can. And it's hard. It's hard on everyone. So yeah, it's a crazy, crazy world out there, right? And all this, and for somebody to prove a point, or for somebody to get rich, and when we could just be living together and being happy, and I don't learning about each other, and really trying to get along with each other. But it's not what some people want to do. It's not what makes some people click or tick or go, or makes their world go around. Me, I'd rather just get along with everybody, and be friends with everybody. Why not? Learn about customs, learn about everyone's traditions. I think it's a really interesting world we have, and I don't know why. It's so hard sometimes, but some people make it difficult, right? Just like in all of our lives, there are people out there who make our lives difficult sometimes, and people who bring blessings to our lives. And we're thankful for all of you out there who bring blessings to our lives here at Allegory Gallery and Star Cottage Studio, and just in our personal lives as well. We're happy to see you online. We're happy that you join us. We're happy that you support us. And we're very thankful for all of you out there. So with that being said, I will bring this to an end. Thank you all for joining us today. Sorry we got into some political and worldwide talk, but I think that's inevitable with how things are going right now. So if you have friends out there, I know we had some people who had friends pass, or who were killed during this, and we're sorry about that, and our hearts are with you, and our thoughts are with you, and our feelings and our positive energy to help you. And for anyone out there who has friends over there, please know that we can only send you our good energy, and we hope that this is over just as quickly as everyone else. So thank you so much. Heidi says, thank you for talking about this, William. It helps when you watch the news alone, right? Yeah, I'm not big into the news. I try to do more reading than watching. And I read some this morning about what's going on, and some more about the sanctions and what's happening. And I'm glad we're doing it. I'm glad we're coming together mostly as a unified kind of West, and we're doing this quickly. And of course, there could be more that can happen, but I'm glad we're at the point where we are. And I hope things change soon. I hope they go a better way. So thank you all. And, we're here for you. We always say that we're here for you. And if you need anything, please send us an email or send us a message on Facebook. And we'll send all our good vibes that we can to the people in Ukraine, and who are dealing with this atrocity, really. So thank you all so very much for watching. Thank you for your support. And, we're blessed to have you in our lives. So you all have a wonderful week. I will see you back here probably on Wednesday, and we'll have another tutorial for you tomorrow, or some kind of demo or something happening while I'm at my other job. So thank you so very much for watching, and we'll see you again here soon. Bye, everybody.